don't me born in some money.
You're from the cookie space, so open or don't income with let's see Unity Radio 103.9
I do.
You are listening to Unity 103.9 FM.
Nama can say I do. Nama can say I do.
Nama pain work I say.
Nama can say I do.
Odosika for drunk awa.
Nama can say I do.
Nama pain work I say.
You are listening to Unity 103.9 FM.
Nama can say I do. Nama can say I do. Nama can say I do.
You're from a cookie space, so open or don't income up a bit at your party. Royal Baby Queen 1 Unity Radio 103.9 FM.
Mami sobu daba, mami feel one me rabe, mama from Ubu in the fire, mami you rainy one for you. I'm a fan you go. Incomoda at the moment. Oh, yeah, baby, yeah. Oh, yeah, my corner. Oh, Nami, yeah, in the green, you're better in the frame, you're better come on. You're better come on. What's so good? Who says so we go? In the ring, you're better in the ring, you're better come on. You're better come on, what's so good? Yes, they're cool. And you never get, and you're so cool. Abandonne me amor. Oh como pau, on you are via. Wapwe, on no kunyo. Never the film me, you give me go. That you turn my dear. Oh come down. On you want to hear on the no kunyo.
You are listening to Unity 103.9 FM.
Shed your diamond, shed your diamond, shed your diamond, shed your diamond, shed your diamond. You made me so beautiful. Shed your diamond, made my life so meaningful. Shed your diamond, median coming to me, baby. I'm a dreaming home, many the swan in a sun. Come see me no be more free Odopa, and we in a palm. Shasha, me yapido. Compim semiti, can Mama Kumamo, and Kamini. Yes, see your door. Me and Shiva, a bone me who Mati, see your door, and Tiakuma. But you gave me a reason to let you stay. My life's never been the same since the day. Oh, I will never ever let you go. I will never ever let you go. I will never ever let you go. Oh, the serious no, and it's just a makumemu. Wakasem de debiagumasu. Shed your diamond. What people my rewonina. Or him mami did you mudenkoa. And stitching your one or the kumi. Shed your diamond. 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 Oh, you made me so beautiful. Shed your diamond. Made my life so meaningful. Shed your diamond.
Yes. It's another Wednesday night. Another Wednesday night with your one and only royal babe, Queen One Onapo. Size 0.
Shed your diamond.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, and somewhere else is around the midnight.
Shed your diamond. Shed your diamond.
Thanks so much, and thank God we are still alive, kicking, and we are good.
Made my life so meaningful.
So He has given us another day free of charge, strengthen us as well.
I'm a dreaming home, many the swan in us.
Tonight is our night. We are coming to talk about relationship and love. Also, we are coming to talk about sex. And I have today in the house, at the studio, Unity Radio 1, 2, 103.9. All the way from New England, Worcester, Massachusetts. My one and only.
Gave me a reason.
Bro. Sweetheart.
My life
boyfriend.
Been the same since the day.
Science master. Biology master.
I would never.
Sexmatozwa.
I would never.
El Manucho.
You're serious, Emanu.
Yabanu Hebia and a chencho. Atani Edenche.
Should you die
I did for you and he did for me and you did for us and we did for you. Opa one chow, ma one for one san coffee day. Yakase free Janet Radio all the way from Worcester, Massachusetts. United States of America to be precise. We're bringing you nothing but love.
So meaningful.
Enjoyment to be what? And tonight we're being sponsored by Dan Auto. Dan Auto is all the way from 45 Fremont Street, Worcester Mass. In between Awodome and Osu Cemetery. Don't wait for the COVID to put you down. The moment you see or you find the symptoms, just call Dan Auto. He's going to quarantine you just for 1 day. He got all the COVID injections. You name them. You come and meet him being the head and Mr. Dick. Also the engineer himself. Oh, for real. And my wonderful love in disguise is Mikey.
But you gave me
reasons to let you stay. My life. I know you are doing the watching, listening, viewing at the same time. Please like, love, and share
this special way.
Invite your friend, invite your sister, invite your brother.
Take my breath away. What is it?
And I know by this time it's already Thursday. It's your birthday, my wonderful brother from the same womb. Parent, Mr. Ransford, Ni Odate Opesika Lamte. Happy birthday, bro. May God bless you. May God see you through all your endeavors. May He give you more years, strengthen you, prosperity.
So beautiful.
You shall never lack anything. I love you, we love you, and God loves you most. Happy birthday.
listening to Unity 103.9 FM.
Oh, okay. Special good evening to you. El Manucho, I'm welcoming you officially to the show.
Yeah.
Lovers Quiet Night, Lovers Quiet Rock. So,
a very good evening to yourself and your numerous and cherished listeners.
Oh, thank you so much.
It's great to be here after a long while. You know, this is my show.
I know, right? It's been a while. I miss you, dear.
Yes.
I miss you.
Miss you too. So we are here to rock it. We are here to rock it to our numerous cherished listeners. I like your cap already. Yeah.
Thank you.
Blazed Queen.
Yeah.
I mean.
Sizeless.
So Napo. Everything is you. You are the queen.
Yep.
Queen of the airwaves. Kenya fake. Almost they're coming. Yeah, they're coming. We are there already, so they are coming.
I know, right?
Very good afternoon. A very good evening to everyone. Yeah.
Thank you, El Manucho. Manucho, Lamugini, Maserati, Gawucho, and Madros, me Pemi Wanse, Misumo is and don't touch it.
Yeah.
Ibashambu. Like, you know. And then his last name is Worcester, Massachusetts. Yo. Back in there, Sunny Baba. And I'm famous as some Baba. Tonight is gonna be your night, my night, his night, our night. Yeah, I have a letter before me. And it's from two people. A ladies first, right? A lady was saying, I love my man so much. We do everything together. He loves me, which I know, and I love him most. A man, he loves me, which I know, but I love him most. And he was telling me if I would allow him to bring another woman to our home. And I was like, why? I didn't say I needed another woman in our house, but he said I'm being mean because he thought it's okay for a man to have more than one woman. So I also asked my man if I can also bring another man to our home, and he said no, it will never happen, but he can bring another woman to our home. So this is my problem right now in my home, and I needed your advice. And then the second one is from a man. I think you are doing the listening, right?
Yes.
All right. So the second one is from a man, and it reads, Dear my queen, sizeless Onapo, I have a problem, and I know you are the only person who can help me solve my issue. I love my woman so much that I'm ready to do everything for her, but you never allow me to have my way of sex to maximum. She doesn't allow me to touch her, lick her, or even caress her. She always complain like, I don't like it, I don't like this, I don't like that. Don't do this, don't that on bed. And she always brings everything down. What should I do? I love her so much and I don't want to lose her. So this is from the man to us, El Manucho, and he needed our advice what to do to keep his relationship with the lady he loves so much, but the lady is not allowing him to do what he wanted to do to make him happy. So we take it one by one. And my first and foremost is the oral sex. I think this morning, a special good evening to you, my CEO of Unity Radio, Worcester MA, His Majesty Opo National Noah Opoko Jemfi, and to you, Mrs. Noah Opoko Jemfi, my wonderful sissy from the Free Mother. And I greet you all, and to all the kids as well. Not forgetting you, Frank Ajimai. I think this morning you guys did raise oral sex on Anapabosu, and King K. King Kalusha took it all upon himself. I was like, wow. Today somebody has taken the biology teacher's seat, and it was very hot, and I love it. So we will start from the oral sex, and then we take it one by one, and I know we are going to be able to do it with you guys over there. You can drop your comments, and you can also call 508-304-9394. 508-304-9394. Special good evening to you, Wafa Ata George. Me say wo tie me pa, one Jeremiah mo tie me pa. It's a special good evening to you and all my listeners as well. I'll come back to you. So, El Manucho, what do you think?
Yeah, once again, a very good evening to our numerous and serious listeners. I think that, like you said, and upon you started if you want, you started talking about it because it has become punitive. A doctor, a specialist, otolaryngologist. I mean, it's a big one, but more like throat specialist. I mean, had a chance to speak about it.
So
and
more or less like an ENT
specialist, more or less. I mean, but they have a very strong name, when it comes to medicine. That's where you get all the job-breaking names.
What is this is otolaryngologist.
Yeah, otolaryngologist. I mean, who spoke about the fact that the youth in Ghana, especially between 30 to 40 years, are developing a lot of throat cancers. And yes, throat cancers, and having oral sex has been seen as a panacea. He did not say it's all that causes throat cancer, but it was from research. Most of the throat cancers are being gotten from oral sex. It's sucking men and licking women, more often than not, these ones. And you get them over time. It's not that once you go to do it today, you get it, but it takes maybe a minimum of maybe 10, 15, 20 years time. A lot of people, when they develop some of these things and they are being asked or researched on, you realize that they engage in a lot of oral sex during their youthful ages, maybe in their 20s. So by the time they are 40 years, you begin to see some of these signs. So he was just advising that, I mean, people should be careful when doing these things. And I will say that it's really prompted me to do a lot of research on it so that I can share with our numerous listeners. That, I mean, commonly typing is oral sex healthy, is licking a woman dangerous. Some of these searches really brought some interesting developments that I would love to share with people. More often than not, most of the doctors did not really condemn or go straight forward to say that oral sex is bad, because truth is that sex has no formula. Anything that you can use to stimulate yourself becomes a sex. I mean, at the end of the day, the ultimate is enjoying it. Although some people feel that they are orthodox methods, and some are very orthodox, which is okay, and some are very dangerous, some are very adventurous, all these things. So it can come with some level of degree of danger if you are not careful.
I also read about oral sex from licking, being the woman getting STIs, and then also it also gives you the woman in your vagina. It gives you some
vagina,
some kind of
infections,
and it also causes maybe you to bleed and all that. I was like, wow.
Yeah, because I'm happy you went there. I mean, most of the doctors spoke about the fact that when a person has STIs and you go down the person, there's a danger of getting them into your mouth, like syphilis. I mean, when it comes to HIV, they said it's not easy to get HIV from sucking and licking. But because it has to do with when they are cuts, there should be cuts and bruises. It's more like to do with the blood. So that one, they will give it a lower
and I also
chance.
learned, that it also gives you, it also makes you feel more pain than
Normal sex.
normal sex.
Yeah, so yeah, I'll try to gravitate towards there. But the truth is that
I'm now learning all that.
exactly. I mean,
this is
the internet is a big storage, and once doctors are giving some of this advice, it's a behoves on us to go and learn more, add to our repertoire, because inadvertently, normally, you don't see the effects now. It's more like I had an interesting chance to chat with a nurse, and we spoke about fibroids in sub-Saharan African women. And I mean, these things, chemicals to the hair, and stuff have also been discovered. That's long-term effects. You can get fibroids because you realize fibroids is more with black African women than white ladies. Whites more have the cancers, so you have the fibroids. Cancer is also not predominant in most of African women, yes. But with here too, so they have their own. Ours is the fibroid. So I always say that any woman or babia above 30 years, you should start having some of these things at least once every year or once every 2-3 years. Go for a thorough
like over here, it's like every year you have to have PAPs and
pap smear for cervical cancer.
Yeah, they are going to like take like thorough checkup. Yeah,
thorough checkup. Exactly. Pap smear has more to do with cervical cancer. Sometimes with fibroids, they have to do scan. They have to do the scans. It's not easy to detect. Some can live with you because they are benign. They are not painful, but they will grow. It's not easy for them to be. By the time you realize, then they are beyond measure. So sticking to this one, I mean STIs. When the woman or the man has STIs, like the syphilis, gonorrhea, and co, and you go down on the person, because truth is that other articles talk about the fact that the vagina is cleaner than even the mouth. If you go and the acidic so it's not like every vagina has it's a dirty place.
It has like kind of scent that is when it's clean. It has some kind of scent like onion-like.
Exactly. A good one should be scented. I mean, it shouldn't be scent-free. It should have its own onion-like, and it depends on the food you eat the whole month, the type of food you eat, and all these things culminate or adds up to this thing.
During the
time, easier than bringing it down. So you will come down, but I want to stay up there to make it easier for myself and for you.
There is a different kind of scent.
Exactly.
And then after the ovulation too, then you hear the onion-like and all that.
Yes, even before menses, after menses, all it comes with all those ones. So the truth is that once the person has STIs, and I sometimes call them STDs, and you go down the person, the chances of really taking in some of them, because most of these throat cancer and stuff, they are viral and bacterial infections. So once the person has that bacterial infection down there and you go down the person, there are chances they will get onto your throat. They'll start attacking your larynx, your tonsils and stuff, because they are not meant to be there. But once you get it so close, they are infections, so they can walk into your mouth and start working on some of these things in there for you. So if you are not careful, I've always say everything is good for man, but moderation, being moderate is it. I wouldn't sit here and tell you that maybe a local drink like
a little bit scary, because spreading sexual transmitted diseases in your mouth, being transmitted from your mouth to the vagina,
exactly, and vice versa. It can happen
from the lady's mouth to maybe doing blowjob to the man, and then the man also had it. It's very scary. It's
very, very scary. And it's a good education, because a lot of people, even me, I knew about this over 12, 15 years ago. And initially it was a debate back in the office in Ghana. That a guy said it was Krifi. Then he said, do you know that having a blowjob and this things can give you throat cancer? I said, hey, it's not true. Then we went on the internet. Then we picked that snippets. I mean, we are not saying that we young kwanda ubenya throat cancer.
It depends on how you do it.
Exactly. It depends on, you have to be, that's why I say we talk about moderation. You see, some of these things, when they are viral and bacterial infections, you are not so sure. It's just typically a man might have slept with 200 women but never had HIV. somebody tried just once and had HIV. So there are no straight causes. That it's not like experience that the more you do, the more you get experience. When it comes to diseases, it depends on the person. There can be 500 people standing, only one person has the disease. You never know, you might go choosing that person. So it's more like a lottery thing. So nature has said that you don't have the instrument to be testing people before you sleep with them. So your friend, prevention actually, once you reduce your number of sexual partners, you reduce your chances of getting STDs. That is what people will tell you to, because be faithful to a faithful partner. That is, you are saying, that is the best way. I'm faithful to you, you are faithful to me. Chances of contracting disease is very low. But you are being faithful, but the other partner has not been faithful to you. And also, I'm faithful to Manicho, but my boy, because I'm also that boy is also faithful to you, but also another girl be also kakra. So before you realize, it's a whole big web that you can't disentangle easily. So the truth is that it's always a risk. Human beings, you can never, every equation that human beings are part of the variables, the answer is always almost complex. The answer is not the same. What excites me might be a ball to you. What excites you might be a bad omen for me. So it's always a dangerous one. So what I'll say is that I wouldn't sit in this chair and tell you that having fellatio or cunnilingus or oral sex is bad and you will get you throat cancer and all those things. But they have the chances of giving you. There is a beautiful maximum % chance of really getting some of these things. So what I will say is that just reduce. You see, the body has its own mechanism of fighting some of these things. There are times, so if guys will be truthful, there are times you go down on a woman and before you realize you get this burning sensations in your throat. There are times back in Ghana you have to go and take antibacterial before you are okay, because you begin to cough and stuff like that. And if you are smart, you realize that not because of what you've done. Gone down badly on a woman. And that is what is really causing some of these things. So if you are able to go to the pharmacy shop and you meet somebody who is smart, he will tell you that, Charlie, hey, your infection, Charlie, take this one and get it sorted. It could have been a bad one. Sometimes you are really, I call it a micro zoo. You are creating a zoo, because if you go down A, you might get A virus. You go down B, you get a B virus. You go down C virus. Before you realize you have all A to Z kind of viruses in your throat, and they can cause sensations for you to get cancer. And one of the things you don't want to get is throat cancer. I mean, it comes with a lot of pain, and you might lose your voice and ultimately die or undergo serious jaw splitting surgeries and stuff. Disabled tumor, if you will listen, limit it, because the problem with the youth of today is that they are too adventurous. They don't like the missionary. I mean, our forefathers had and mothers did the missionary position and they were happy. I mean, the most important thing is that the whole is receiving the stick and it's enjoying. But now it's the same hole, but they want to enter in different ways and angles and skills. Receiving the stick and happy. Also, I remember there was a couple, they had a fight. Then the man was sleeping on the floor, the woman on the bed. Then the man started having erections and he was talking to himself, hey, showing him the one yellow quantity that man, sorry. Then the woman is sure on a ninja and problem. I'm now on the I want to go to my phone. I mean, meaning that
is my world.
Exactly, they
that is my world.
They are not fighting.
When I was going into marriage,
yes,
right? I was the 10 Commandments from a man to a woman was read to me.
Exactly.
And
that
is the best part that I took.
Exactly.
We can have fight, we can do whatever, but that is not part of the fight.
Exactly.
Because no joni
exactly.
Because one thing I believe is that and you will read another and you will do it. Now, when you're Kasakasa, because it's in a teacher, when you're Kasakasa. Now, a becker day, my friend, you are rather pushing him out there, and even him being with you, somebody is over there eyeing.
Yeah, I'm happy you go to the second topic.
Right? You are eyeing them. So if you allow it, it's gonna work like that.
Yeah,
so
it's called a gap. I mean, you always try to fill the gaps. There's no vacuum. When it comes to relationship, people always try to fill where they are empty. So if you decide that out of ego and stuff, I will punish you with sex, or I wouldn't call you and do anything.
We will fight, but
because
when I have my shower in the evening, I go to bed naked because that's not part of it.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want to do, and I'll help you do it. But after that, we can continue with the fight. Because
I agree. Sometimes it's not easy because
it's not easy. But when
you psych yourself for it because interestingly,
when you practice it, sometimes
it works.
Sometimes during that intercourse, you guys just
can make up. There's no problem. By making out, you make up. You see, sometimes I understand the woman will be like, you think it's easy because women naturally to have sex.
I'm a woman too.
Yeah, but naturally,
I've been there.
a man can't abuse you and have sex with you and you'll be happy. It takes that where it's not easy because if the man is saying, "Oh, she so your barbang Jimmy for," then the next moment he wants sex from you. It's not easy.
It's not easy.
It's not easy. So
when a man does that once and he goes on twice, 3 times, you see that is his
character.
His character. There's nothing.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but if he does that to you, then that means you are not playing a good card. There's something you are doing which is like aggravating him to do all that.
I agree, but some men are goats. Trust me. Some men are stupidly goats. It's not that
give them all the
every
grass.
misbehaving man has a wife who is making him or her do it. It's not true. There are some men naturally. That's why you go there. Men are wired to be polygamous. Men are naturally. There's no man who is not wired not to be polygamous.
It's like you already answering my second.
Yeah, we'll be going there. So that natural wiring is there. So if you are not careful, you just trigger it easily. So as much as I agree to that score, but almost more often than not, you don't use sex as a weapon against a man. If you do that, you might just lose the person eventually. So like sticking to where we are, I wouldn't say oral sex is bad. And they gave a few tips how to go about it. Sometimes be ye careful. As much as maybe menses is not bad or something that we call it a fini idea. I mean, religiously you can.
Some people even go in when you have your menses. I'll come to that.
Which sometimes not too good.
Yeah, it's not too good because that is the dead that is coming out. But some men don't care about that. They go in for that, and they even go there licking as well. You go like yucky.
No. Sometimes you need to be careful. Men are always some people are ritualists by nature. Some just have bad fantasies, which I agree. The fantasies are bad. If you know a woman, I wouldn't advise that in your menses a man says, let me use my tongue to bring it out. I mean, people are dangerous like we said, but men, I mean, sometimes, be human, put a human face, no matter what you do. There's a reason we are called human beings.
And then
so like I said, I mean, make sure you are clean, and before you let someone go down you, or if the men, they smell so much of stench, sometimes he doesn't want to be in bath, but still wants a woman to go down
like
there.
A man putting on one boxer for a
long time. And you see, most of them, almost not pay blow job no. Mom said they dry, no something. So for the 2 days, he's just been urinating. He doesn't even know how to, but he wants a woman to go down. And sometimes they even have the syphilis, gonorrhea near there, and he thinks that. So in all this, limit the chances of getting these STIs and infections by having a clean bag before some of this, and before you make love. You can have sex, but if you decide to make love, it's a whole bit different ball game. So make sure that you are all clean. You've used water and soap to clean yourself as much as possible. Then you will do some of these things.
If you want the woman to be clean, why don't you also be clean?
Yeah, but unfortunately, where we come from, some of the men feel they don't have problem. The banner says, but a man, be ye clean. A woman loves a clean. Well, he might one day go decide that okay, Mr. Miko Chami, actually, no, I'll stick to my manager, make cut down. Just so be a buffer, my son. Exactly. Yeah, because even oral sex has all those things. It's not sometimes not just the stick. You have to go and lick the balls and scrotum and close to the anus and all those things. All part of our oral sex. So you make sure that
hard to come by.
Exactly. So be you clean and reduce the number of times that you'll be doing it, and you'll be fine.
We will turn around and come back. Be clean and then get whatever you want by El Mamucho.
Daba. Mami feel one me rabe. Mama from Wobo in the fire. Mami you any one for you. I want you go. In Comoda at the moment. Oh, yeah, me, oh, yeah, my corner. Oh, Nami, and then in the free, you're better in the free, you're better come on. You're better come on. What's wrong? I will say so more. In the ring, you're better in the frame, you're better come on. You're better come on, what's wrong? Yeah, so they're cool. And you know that. And you're so cool. And you're I'm better than me, I'm more. Oh, come on, on you are the
Your family cookie spreads. So open, or don't come up with the Royal Lady Queen 1. Oh, Unity Queen 103.
My dear, won't come up there on you are the I don't know Kunyo. Mamingi weni daba. Mama from Wobo, one for some Merabe, Mami you and yo. Mama feel one for some I will pay you go why. And come up there at the community. Oh, yeah, man, oh, yeah, my corner. Oh, baby, in the
going on. There is something going on, and we've been able to rectify it and fix it. Thank you, CEO of Unity Radio, Noah Opopo Jemfi. Thank you, and I salute you for helping us through it. So we are back again to our topic, second one. El Manucho, the ball is in your court. So, Ba wasani, machon, Elenonimake, shower. Do you remember her? Messi Ade shower. Shower, sports lady.
Oh, okay.
Messi
shower. Yeah, okay.
Oh, mommy feel.
Sandy Kobe. Maybe so. Yeah, Maryland, don't know.
Yeah.
It's in Maryland.
Yeah.
Greetings to her. Greetings to her.
Antina, Wambabo Manyek thank you for joining. Love, like, and share, and invite your friend to come. You can also drop your comment on what the discussions we are having. I want to bet me the wide dream another when no moon sema to ja. Ni ye the church and ye the to him for I. You're welcome again, El Manucho, the love of my heart. So let's go.
Yeah, like we said, I think we finished the first topic. I mean, conclusion. I mean, we wouldn't sit here and say that don't stop doing oral sex. I mean, but be moderate and make sure you
What do you mean by the person being moderated or moderate?
Reduce the number of times, like a typical week. Then every day, one with demanding.
Today, while I was in.
Yeah, I'm saying I can, but I'll probably see analogy be there. When you are sure you are the only one eating from a plate, you don't mind licking it, licking inside the plate, but you don't go to a chop bar and just start licking inside the plates and the cooking pots. Now, I don't know what we see anymore.
Do you know why I stopped eating outside?
Tell me.
My mom.
Yeah.
You know our moms.
Yes,
your mom.
yes.
They are so bad, but they are the best in the world.
Yes.
Anytime I said, "Oh, I feel like eating this. I'm craving for this," he said, "Oh, you want to eat that?" The time the woman was preparing it, I saw her coughing and she was having takocha. She was chewing sponge and she coughed and it came out from her mouth into the food and she couldn't take it because it was on the fire. And you are going to buy from that. Since my mom started doing that, I never eat outside. It's hard for me to eat outside because anytime I go outside and I'm not the one who prepared it, I think about it like
exactly, it comes to your head.
The person talk, sneeze, cough.
I know.
I keep asking all that questions.
And I mean, it's a phobia.
It has helped us.
People should forgive you. They are phobias. It's just like somebody saying that they can't sit in an airplane. We're in a damn for plane. We're in a damn for train. So it's the person's phobia that you can't run away from. Or because
there's some people that, like you said, it's what it is because
you can't.
You'll be cooking every day, but he would want out to go and eat outside. Once in a while, you can go outside and eat. Please forgive my manners, and it's not me trying to create or trying to put some salt into somebody's tea. No, but that's my mom. Because she doesn't want us to eat outside, she will turn out to tell you something that will even push you away from doing that. So you rather prepare food for yourself, try to be in the kitchen more than going out there. So forgive me, but
it is what it is. It is what it is.
Because restaurants,
some people just can't eat out. Others also love eating out.
They will be opening a new restaurant. So
yes. I mean, then watch out.
Foods are over there. Watch out for
Watch out. There's a new sheriff in town. A new sheriff which is going to hold you down beyond measure. I mean, so. You're only giving you heads up, but you are not giving you any detail. When it comes to you say, they spoke about food and they spoke about it. Yes. It's a very good.
I'll be going there too.
Yeah, a very good evening. A very good evening to the CEO.
Yeah.
The CEO of that new sheriff, which will come to town.
It's going to be evening chop.
Exactly.
Yeah.
More details coming soon. So, like we said, my moderation has to do with, be measured. You see, sometimes your much is my less, your less is my more. About $10,000 is your own when you scap up. It's $10,000. Really saying so virtually it depends on yourself. But when it comes to, at least sometimes you have to put numbers to it. I'm thinking that I mean, once a week and not 2 weeks be fine, but don't make it a daily habit of really going down
can
there.
you do that like 2 weeks and once a week?
Exactly, you go down on the person. I mean, that's full total.
You are saying if the person belongs to just you.
Yeah, even just you, the person can still have some of this micro stuff go down there. So that is my estimation. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't say don't do it at all.
I understand you perfectly, because I know somebody who goes like, when you this morning you were doing you were talking about it goes like, I'm an African and I'm married to a woman from this place, and from the start we are having issues because of maybe washing properly, and so I take it upon myself. I do it in a nice way, like, let's come on, let's go have a shower. And it's not even easy for me to lure her to the bathroom, but I tried, and then I wash her because she wanted me to do this, and doing that I have to make sure it's clean. She's quite clean. So when you were doing it, she called me. I was like, but I'm not in the studio. Why are you calling me? You can also call the studio and share with them. But like, no. I can't. I want you to do that for me. I can't do that. Because even when I call, I can't get there. Yes. I mean, but this time we can't do lines, open lines. If some of them want to share, why not? But but it's like I'm telling you. Yeah, what happened? People would have loved to share. Exactly. Yeah, people married to foreigners near there. You can also call, but you go like, no. I'm shy. I know you can do that for me. This topic is a bit. I mean, where we come from. Yeah, this topic is sometimes a bit dicey and shaky. People can't easily open up about their sexuality and stuff like that. But that is the harsh truth. Sometimes it's your own bowl. So when you go and it's not well clean, you clean it yourself and go to take the meal with it. I mean, I believe in some of these things. Unless you are not so sure. That's why, like I keep saying, you don't go down, you don't go for a prostitute and decide I'm going to do this, blah, blah. Not to say the end's clean, but the point is that you are not so sure where the plate is coming from. So you don't take chances. You only testify to what you know. If you don't know, don't attempt some of these things. So for me, that would be my little advice to people. I wouldn't say it's bad, all of us. I wouldn't sit here and say it is bad. When I have opportunities, I do it for people and I expect it to be done to me too. I ain't so selfish to say, yeah man, but I'm measured, really measured before I really engage in some of this. People say deviant acts, because you need to be strong to really be doing some of these things. So you leave it at that doorstep. That just be careful, make sure it is clean, avoid STIs and stuff like that. I wish there was a mouth condom. And condom. And to share condom you're going to feel it. Exactly. Sometimes kill the feelings a little, because feeling and unwanted pregnancies and troubles. But some keep me share condom near the aya. You avoid fluids and but I'm yet to see that. I'm sure I have a mouth condom for you too, which is used for oral sex near there. They end there. Maybe for the man, but I'm not even sure they will advise that a woman should lick a man on a leak test on a condom. Be that. Say man is a condom and I'm not sure condom is even meant very healthy for the mouth. And near there say man is a condom. They are with me oral sex on so it's always a risk. So reduce it and make sure the person is next to clean. I mean, people who have contracted most of these STIs, it's not their fault. And if they knew, you aren't wiser than them. I don't be. So reduce the risk. Reduce the risk by reducing the number of times and make sure that the person is next to clean kakra. And I'm sure you'll be fine. You'll be just way too fine. Because you can't sit back and tell me that, I mean, oral sex is nice. Unless, of course, your cells are dead. Sometimes people are like, I can stay, sometimes, let's be truthful to ourselves. So your bar, when you be 40 years, I mean, sometimes, let's not run away from the harsh truth. If you are not having good sex, you're always troubled. Sometimes it affects your output daily. But just be sure who you are always having, because whatever can be a blessing can equally be a curse. So I'm one person I always believe that. Make sure that your senses are right, your head is properly glued to your neck before you engage in some of these things. So that ultimately, saying crowd be chow.
I come no cry not be trying with their own, but I come back on was losing trying and they will lose all your power to even be a happy person in life. In that regard.
You wouldn't kill me, man.
Yes. Yeah.
I come be day.
I come no cry can you crowd be trying. Until I can say so comfort at least. But I come no contract on so called the end why hopeless.
But I come on so the azan or more it's just 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, nya Kenya there. Yeah, nkonya ye the away. I mean that's what you are being told that but some not now so check more than 5 minutes will be cool. So they just can stay on you normally. A minute and a 5. We walk 5 minutes. But I mean we leave that to the realms of those who believe in them. You know me, I'm an agnostic when it comes to some of these things.
The traditionalists.
Oh yes. Traditional some put the muja community kakra. I wouldn't go challenging, but sometimes I wonder when I'm walking in the bushes of America, until where did all the gods go to Africa? So I'm America and America for one palm one I say then these are teaching questions I ask. Oh, they are here, you know. What can we say for them? Africa in for them. Me fall about them come family house. So I'm say one say we busumni. Why don't they have them over here? Is it that the gods don't like America? Then why are they blessed?
They are here. I think they have their way. I think they have their
no, but
way.
they don't manifest.
Because they don't manifest.
The manifestations in Africa
is too like.
Yes, I mean, way too much. I get to here and right in the middle of the road. You realize
because
that
I remember
they'll tell you that
my father's house.
Yeah.
My father's house. You know this.
Yeah.
When you come out from my father's house, you are going to jump over one.
Wow.
The second one, the third one, and then to the
fourth one.
The one my dad the apartment my dad built for me in his father's house. So when you come to Shukura, my family house, already my grandfather's near Romo. Before you enter there, you see it 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
And then when you come to this side of it, it's only a street like this.
Wow.
And then when you get in there from my father's apartment, because that is his room, right?
Yeah.
And I was told that was where his dad, Teria, lives. So from there, before you come out from my father's house, you have to jump over one. And then the second one in the middle, the third one before you go to the one my father built for me.
You're all full of gods. You're talking about 4 gods.
When you come to
8 already.
Oshaford, Fitiwe, it's all over there.
Yeah.
When you go to Alata, what is it? Atukpai. Oh, come on.
Yeah, I know. You mentioned over 20 gods already. And Obateke. I mean, sometimes you wonder how you.
I was very young and I was like, I wanted to know what it is, you know.
Yes.
So when they tell me you are not supposed to do this, I would rather go and sit on top and do it and see what will happen.
But ultimately, they were just symbolic.
I was a child.
They were just symbolic. I mean, the real spirits were not.
Because I was like,
what is there? So
I sit on that, and then my father goes like, "What kind of child are you?"
Yeah, they've been prevented from eating a lot of stuff because I ate you there.
Trust me.
Yeah, I mean,
I ate everything.
They'll tell you.
I don't even know.
What you don't know wouldn't kill you. I mean, except HIV. HIV, they wouldn't want to make but more often than not, because you are ignorant.
I know. So we're going to turn around again and come back and then. Special good evening to you. Good morning. Sorry, it's from Joe Conzi. He's giving us a whole lot of loves. And I said, I just joined you guys and I'm watching you live from Qatar.
Josie.
Joe I like the way you mention it.
Joe Conzi.
Joe what?
Conzi.
Osawala.
Makuma maude kaminyu betna. Mesemi tomauta menyuba wo. Mesemura mawodie menyuba wo. Easy as I am young, Yeshoma, Yenzime wo, Yeshoma, all day.
Hey, unity, oh, unity, and kabum kwa.
And I never thought I'd feel this way. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm glad I got the chance to say that I do believe I love you. And if I should ever go away, well then close your eyes and try feel the way we do today. And then if you can remember, keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on me. For sure, that's what friends are for. For good times and bad times, I'll be on your side forevermore.
That's what friends are for. Dion Warwick said that's what friends are for.
Came and opened me, and now
So
more I see. And so by the way, I thank you.
Oh, and then for the times when we were apart, well, then close your eyes.
that's how love is.
Words are coming from my heart.
Wafa George Atta,
And remember,
special good evening to you.
oh, keep smiling, keep shining,
Knowing you can always count on me. For sure,
that's what friends are for.
in good times, in bad times, I'll be on your side forevermore.
This music reminds me of a friend I will always remember as a friend and nothing else. For the good times and the bad times, but then there is question mark. Okie dokie, back to you, El Manucho and Madros.
Yeah.
So let's do this together. So now we are on the man, the lady who wanted to also bring a man to the house, right? Because the man is saying he's capable of bringing another woman, whilst she didn't ask for, but the man thought he's the man, so he can bring as many women as he can to the house. But the woman is confined. She can go and bring another man to the house. When a man does it, it's okay, but when a woman, then there's a question mark. And if a man can boastfully say, I can go in for as much women as I can, why can't a woman also boastfully say, I can go in there for men, as much men as I can?
I think it's
Because this man, according to this woman, the man is preventing her to bring another man. Because when the man told her, I want to bring another woman to the house, she also gave him a suggestion, can I also bring a man to the house? And the man goes like, you can't. I'm the man of the house. I can do whatever. I can bring as many women as I can. I can go in for many women as I want, but you can't. So what do you think?
I mean, this thing has a cultural twist, a social twist, religious twist, and everything. But I'm a bit surprised. I'll be a bit surprised if a woman will also give such a suggestion that I want to bring men to the house, and
because we all know now we are in 21st century,
yeah, what
right?
men can do,
so what men
better.
can do, women can do better. So if you have your way of doing whatever you want to do, why can't I also have my way? Because you first, when a man goes in to marry a woman, the woman stays home, bring out children, make sure the house is clean, there's food on the table, the children are brought up properly, she does whatever. But now when you go to work, I go to work as well. When you punch 10 times, I punch maybe 10 times or more.
Sometimes even more.
You know what I mean? So if you are allowed to do whatever, why can't I too be allowed to do whatever I want to do? Because I'm living with you. I didn't tell you I'm tired. I didn't ask for more. So why do you think you needed more to add up to me? Meanwhile, maybe you are not meeting my ends, right?
No.
So if you are given the platform to do whatever you want to do, why can't I do as well as you can?
That's what I said. This has a cultural, a social, a spiritual, and religious point of view. So it depends where we are. You see, there's this common saying that men are polygamous. Men believe in polygamy, women believe in hypergamy. What hypergamy means that a lot of women believe that they always want to marry a man who is a little above them. And that's where the problem comes from, especially in our societies. We not buy a par or say on your classmates, you know. Your own classmate feels that, I mean, if you are both doctors, you are both pharmacists. The girl is saying that you're a pharmacist, so who are you? He's thinking about going to marry a doctor or a professor. If you're why will I? You want somebody who has finished.
But sometimes women will forget.
Yeah, that's what I'm going there.
We have to be submissive.
Yeah.
No matter what. How higher your education or how higher your criteria are, you still have to submit and humble yourself.
That's what the Bible says. You don't need to love a man, you need to submit to a man. A man doesn't need love from a woman.
If I don't love you, why should I submit to you?
Yeah, so, but the point is that biblically, man should love their wives, women should submit. That's why if
I
you
understand,
can
but submission comes with
love. If you don't love somebody,
automatically comes with love.
I agree perfectly. People who don't love you, they don't submit.
Exactly.
Or don't catch by heart. If they see yourself.
If being a lady, you always have to humble yourself and respect yourself.
Yeah.
Do unto what you want others to do unto you. That's one thing.
Unfortunately, we don't live in that world again. Especially abroad, it's even worse. Ghana and Podonam Kadapegami is there because more often than the men are able to get the upper hand because they marry a woman.
You need to get me a better husband.
We're still marking them. We're still marking them also when they come.
Joe Conza say hi, bro. Good morning from Carter.
Yes. They are almost in the morning. I mean, that's the beauty of life. Because I may be so sorry. You see, that's why sometimes I wonder there we are supposed to say where we started from. But same true focus on the discussion. I think that I spoke about men are naturally born, are wired to be polygamous. I mean, you can't run away from that fact. I'm only demo one. If you are blessed to have a man,
they never get satisfied. We the Africans, mostly we hide our feelings. But when I came here, I found out it's okay for a woman to go forward and tell them, hey, I love you, I'm in love with you, I want to get married to you.
But how come they don't find me? I've been around for a long time.
Me too, or they can't find me because they think I'm all set. Somebody, a lady just make a joke out of me, said, they be an eye shepe, or back there you all said, so be sheho.
But still be shepherd. The man if the man is not bold, who is bold will come forward.
Exactly.
You don't need any shero. You don't need Yes, of course. I mean, you scrutinize it. I mean, once you pass the mark, why not? Because you know what you are coming to have. You are going to have a gem. So you need to. You tell me the man you said it for real. That your sister is a gem. So you're not just anyone. I mean, we are all not perfect, but we do our best to make the people around us very, very happy. And I mean, be happy to be making a decision on us. So like I'm saying, I mean, naturally, men are more wired to be polygamous. No matter how much, and men are never satisfied when it comes to women. Because I've been around men, And last time there was this joker, Kwame Boade said that he's not married, but when they go and sit as guys who are between 30 to 40 years and they are talking, Obiana, that my woman in East Legon, that my side chick, they don't even talk about their wives. They are married with rings, but they're always talking about their girlfriends that they are having. He said, them Nagana Kwe. He said, women openly talk about sexuality. Me, I want a big dick. I don't want a small dick.
When I was born, I never saw my mom, dad kissing.
Exactly, but they had 5 kids. Sometimes I wonder. They even had separate rooms. I saw my parents living in separate rooms, and I didn't even know the times. Me, I cried among the once I go see my mom in my dad's room. I say, oh, then something happened. But growing up, I never saw them in that. That's what I'm saying. Even when it comes to sexuality, that since if you ask a woman, what do you want? You openly tell, I want a big dick. But when you're growing up, it's unheard of. Women don't discuss those things.
Don't even bring that one to my house.
Yeah, they don't even discuss it, because at the end of the day, you make do with what you have. Because Bema Nampo, you don't really sleep around before. But the 21st century there, I mean, they've Obana Nanti Mukakra Auntie. She has a choice. She can compare and contrast. So when you now, there will not be happiness. Well, I agree with you that you will not be happy with the man, because like where we are now, no, Obano. You can sleep with a woman and the next time she doesn't even want you because she feels she will not be. I'll be like, manager, I can't live with that for the rest of my life. In the past, back home there, once she sleeps with you, you have to be submissive. She said, I don't know that. And she said, yes, I know, but now people are open about their sexuality. That no.
They'll tell you.
When they done one yard, yeah, manager, way they meant to maintain on Kruma way. No. Let me move to the next level and be sure what I'm having. So what I'll say is that due to by our nature, no, because you can't marry somebody you feel or you think is bigger than you. Then you go telling me that, assuming that maybe I may a lecturer. Sometimes I use the educational field. But if I take people who appreciate education to understand. But that's the easy way. Sometimes I don't want to use money.
El Manucho, just take a break over here. Joe Conzi just dropped a comment, and I wanted us to elaborate on it a little bit. Joe Conzi from Carters, he said, in life, women, you are entitled to only one man, but so if the man tells you that go in for another man, which means the love is no more there.
Exactly. Men are born territorial. Men are like tigers. Men are like wolves.
So in this case, when a man tells you, I don't think I'm your type, I'm good for you, go in for a man. And then maybe you being the woman, you also felt, no, there's cheating or there is something going on over there. And then you move on and find a man. And then this man comes back and turn around like you are cheating on him.
No, because you're the woman yourself, you are confused. Because if I tell you that I don't think I'm good enough for you, so move on. And that means we are breaking, and you also decide that, okay, I'm going. So what's the point? Why will I be with you again? Because unless, of course, you don't value your treasure, you don't think that.
Sometimes it wasn't what you think.
Tell me how to.
Yeah, this is a guy you are living with, and then within you know this guy is cheating on you.
Yeah.
You never mention of it, but with his own curiosity and his own mindset, he came out like, you are too good to be with somebody like me. When you find somebody better than me, you can go on, because I don't think I'm good for you. So naturally, maybe this lady also finds somebody.
So why didn't you move on?
So the person moved on, and then he came like, oh, I didn't ask you to move on.
You know, when I hear these stories, I sometimes do that to tell you that I have nothing to say. If I tell you that I don't think you're good, I'm good enough for you. So when you meet somebody, move on, you say okay. And you've met somebody, and you've bought into my idea that okay, you are now going to cheat on me because I said it. So why would I, if I come talking, why would you even listen? Once you decided to move on, because if you can't, you tell me that, oh Manicho, no, me, I love you and I won't do it. I'll be with you. Then I know that fine. Me person I would say but exactly. But if you tell me that okay, now when you be now I'm trying to play the victim here, why will you even listen? If you're a woman of sorts and you believe in yourself, why would you even listen? I gave you the keys to go and open the door. You open the door and I'm not complaining that why did you open the door? I gave you the keys, but I didn't expect you to open the door. You know, you're not too matured adults. You talk in the spirit and the letter. That I'm setting a trap before you, so you should work on your emotions first. That can I live without Manicho? Can I live without Mr. A? There are people like that. I can't leave you, so I won't go. But once you decide, you see, that's why when I start a relationship, I ask a woman beautiful questions.
You can't say, be careful with that man.
I ask you this basic question: what will make you have sex with someone? I mean, I always test my women in that regard. Wouldn't it be better, bra one pen? No. I mean, when I sleep with somebody, then I'm in love with the person, and also
you don't love the person. Why should you even go to bed with the person? That means you are a goatee.
Yeah. So once you tell me this as a guy, then the next moment you go sleeping. Yeah. And you go sleeping with someone. Why will I keep you? Because I've met people in the past who tell me that no, they have sex, they sleep with people because they enjoy it, and I think I respected them for. I call them multi-sockets. They
have dogmatic spirit.
Exactly. There are women like that. We shouldn't run away from it. There are some women they can't live without sex for a week. And then I mean, they are there. Like you said, we don't openly talk about sexual issues because there are some women now. Africans here suppress more by our making. They rewire you to be submissive. Be this, be this.
Page with you because he said no man or woman will share his or her man with. Exactly. So if the man is open to tell you that, then run away from that man and move on with your life.
Exactly. You see, with a woman sharing men, and easy, but culturally and religiously, they've been forced to submit because, like, if I'm a Muslim man, I can marry four. One per day, you will be jealous and stuff, but you know that you can do very little. That's why I spoke about polygamy. That the man the man is bigger than you, is richer than you, we schooly chen, bobra chen. In this case, no you think you can match up. More often than not, you the woman, you don't want somebody who is your class. You claim that now manichopa we are my class. I am a class. Why? Sometimes
that's
on
I heard it from a woman telling a man that
on your class in the
it peeves me and it pisses me off.
Yes, but we hear them all the time. We become on do guy no 50%.
No.
Yeah, you 50% won't do. But you say it's not my class. In this case, no, I can find a class not yet bigger.
Especially you hear more here.
Oh yes, and in this country, then what for business is and what you say? Okay, my class in but bigger than you. How do you go telling the man that means so? What yeah, they mean so me? Right from the word go, no, what shall I say? Because more marriages will be common. What tell now? Yeah, careful analysis. You'll be like, okay, well, my wedding guy no age my way. Oh, guy no way. Or age more PWD. Won't about no boy. Yo, okay. So right from the word go, if those ones simple there, sometimes you can let it go. That okay, or don't you? And as you said, the women,
matter.
There are few guys here.
It doesn't matter.
It shouldn't have mattered. It shouldn't have. But more often than not, I say put there a bit different. Women marry because of what is available. Because say Ghana and Yana so warrior. Okay, me call Ghana cophobia minimum no. Hey, I brought BTS and the fan is my fan is bro. MFS. Well, but yeah, cat typical society. The woman has choices. She always wants somebody bigger than her. Or age more humans, or a nurse or humans, and I say me age more Walmart, and I say me a janitor, and I say me a stalker. Sometimes she's thinking through it.
Exactly.
It's only a few who has vision that nipa way there. I think he's smart. Into me buana and share the baby. No crans so dangerous. Some men who bomb me we so see ya so crans on in the class. It is there. A woman will tell you that, and I'm with her because I don't have it. But if I have it, we just say,
most of the men say,
yeah, will be being a one. I just say for basa.
Oh, I have my mind. I have my mindset on whatever I'm doing with this woman, and I know what I am going to achieve.
Exactly. Me dia or you dey me class. Me class in terms of I need good job, me need saying I'm no. That's why women don't even help men. Sometimes I understand because we don't have the same marketing. So on your behind there, he felt you were the angel, but once they begin to have what it is, that's why I say you don't judge a man till he's rich.
I've heard it many times. Even yesterday I heard it like a man who like a man nyami now.
I mean,
a man nyami now. You see, it's
an insult. It's an insult. But you see, but the good ones are few. I mean,
exactly.
Just getting anybody there. I mean, if you just want somebody to go down on you, it's sometimes not too difficult because, and I make us at some age, people are actually speaking be that day man, Charlie, he barely needs sex.
And most of the time, you men, you don't cherish the good ones. When the good ones comes to you, think.
Human nature. I mean, those ones that you can't help it. I mean,
sometimes it's just a blow to your face, like you receiving the heavyweight punch.
You see, for me, those ones I call them the beauty of life. As you move, you live your life forward, you learn your lessons backwards. People always gravitate towards where there's problem. Naturally, Sana, when there's so much peace, people are not happy. Someone will tell you that if a man doesn't cheat, he's not happy. When a man doesn't cheat, she's not happy because the relationship is too dry now. She's not happy. She wants, why are you? I mean, they enjoy those suspense. The thrills are there. But Beman, all he knows is Zim. Otunikara knows Sufi. No, but for Charlie, are you there alone? Oh, Manichoa. And also, Manicho, the only anything doing with his life. Exactly. Friends even feel that they will not even call you again. But when so, when you say, Anka, Manicho, Miss Bay, 1 week, no, me a Juman and day of crampo, he has something doing. You see, life there, nature has said that women write beautiful stories that you read all the time. He loves me, he is rich, he wants to do this for me. I have another guy too, he has no money, but he's good in sex. I have another guy, he's a scammer. He doesn't have anything, but he's the one I love. Sometimes you ask, he doesn't have a job. Yes. But reasons why he doesn't have a job, he doesn't want to be serious. He wants to scam one day, hate it. And interestingly, tell you he's the one I love. The first one, Waku School or Wusika, he loves me, he treats me very well. He's even ready to take me abroad for shopping there. Batman Peno. Why don't you love him? No, but emotions that you can never choose someone for someone. Me, I've always about the I say that those ones. Don't let somebody make a choice for you, and don't even go making choices for people. Because when it hits in the backfire, they'll come back to you and say like because of you.
You see the reason why I say I don't go in to look for women for men.
Yeah, because a year on board. They said you because
exactly.
We're not come on near there. You see, so those things do happen. But sometimes people also feel that if you can never know somebody fully. So if like I know you and you know someone, it's easier than somebody I don't even know. Then you go in and realize that they are not even 50% the things they are claiming, especially abroad. People are lying, are living lies. Almost living lies when you go in and you tell the whole truth because they believe that you might not even stay with me. So I have to lie to you. Once I corner you, then I can. By the time I tell you the truth, my teacher will come. You won't even pay. You understand? That is the problem to be find abroad. So 90% of relationships are fake. Before the reality sets in, then they feel you can't walk away. By the time you walk away, guys need to buy. But they've forgotten that the person might not have said the truth from the start. Because when you tell the truth, background part say you have a choice. If I meet you and I tell you I worship the devil, you have a choice to stay with me or not. But why will I wait? Then one day I take you to New York and take you to the Church of Satan, and you'll be like, Manichu, so you worship the devil. By that time, why did I put you through that test? You see, that is the problems that I find a lot in this way. But staying true to the topic, you can't hear Sandy about back. Say, I told you a lot of the women sometimes don't go in for guys who are their level, and I say they're always wanting something higher, and the guys take advantage of them because for a guy to even tell you that I'm bringing another woman to the house, I think they are signs of disrespect. Say back once, I've always believed in that.
More.
Exactly. Why would two be enough? You see, and sometimes they just find that
character.
In the Bible, all womanizers are the ones that God loved the most. The God did not strike any womanizer. Unfortunately, that is sometimes personal as I don't believe in polygamy. I think that why should people take advantage of people? You didn't choose to be a woman. I didn't choose to be a man. So why will I use that because I'm a man? So I'm entitled to a lot of women. Because you're a woman, you're entitled to just one. I mean, I was talking to the CEO. We always discuss those ones that it's not my wish to marry, to have 2-3 wives. But hey, the society is beginning to accept some of these things as norm. And sometimes I always say that who appreciate one. There have been times people have lived with people after 1 year, after 5 years down the line, he saw why? Because the woman is making sure that because say
like
one
some
another.
people are losers right now.
Exactly, one another, but beyond that, what have you done with your own life? Exactly.
What's your problem?
What have you done with your own life to sit back and say that okay, this ABCD? Because maybe you have a friend, your friend married a woman, and you know that all the things that the friend is doing, say
first, I chemical war.
Yeah.
Like ni ikele ishile, it hurts.
Yeah.
It's
a norm. I mean, you break your virginity, Croco.
They don't care.
The one who broke your virginity, Croco. You know, Croco. So ask yourself. I mean, there are no 1, 2, 3
That's
Croco.
what it is. It's normal.
Been 1, 2, 3 once now life. No, be a webby deep no corner. That is when you are going to cry like a baby.
First, it hurt. Like,
yeah, of course.
And now, on me better. On me there, and now wait, jammy ho. And so what?
Oh, yeah.
Didn't you wash up?
Yeah.
I know die and still spam snitch at home.
And you enjoyed it, unless of course, if you did not enjoy it,
you take it. You also give it to him.
If you did not enjoy it, then you've lost. So why enjoy the end of your problem? Say I never enjoyed even one moment. Yeah, then fine. You allowed yourself to be used. Exactly. But once you enjoyed it, why will you sit back and you see? So the point is that appreciate yourself to the point that a man will not be able to tell you I'm going to have a second one and you can't do anything about it, because naturally, especially where we come from, women depreciate, men appreciate. I always say this one because
we have less than 10 minutes, so let's wrap up on the second one.
Yeah, okay. I'm just about finishing. Naturally, women depreciate, men appreciate. I say, this your car you are using. I'm sure that when your chance you change it.
Oh yes.
There's no way people get glued to one thing for the rest of their life. If people had a chance, they'll change their wives, they'll change their husbands.
Within a year, I changed twice.
Yes. So it tells you that you're a friend of fatigue. No matter what you have, with time you get tired with it and you want to change it. Obi private jet. He's thinking about the next private jet to buy. Obi BM. He's thinking about the next Infinity to buy. So the same thing happens in relationship. People get tired that they want a new adventure. But
there are ways and means.
That's what I'm going there. But if the person, if you reinvent yourself, the person always is wanting more, because you don't have to be very predictable. Say some people get too comfortable that so he doesn't even take care of himself.
There's
it's
nothing
not
like me.
It's not. That's the problem with some people. Well, baby, we will see any crank. There are time about 5 years, Sally. And no one bought me LP and I don't much.
And one thing, so the Ochichiri Bema a tool, right? You are rather trying to light matches to a gas.
Oh, see, for an attrition, you don't have to stress to keep a man or a woman.
Sometimes you give the person a rope, or you give him a thread, and then see what the person can do. When you get to know whatever the person is, you get used to, and you don't care. Yeah. All that you do is pray that nothing bad will come from outside to come to you. Like we are talking about the STIs, STDs.
Exactly. And you see, when it comes to some of this, when it comes to relationship therapy, some of this discussion, I always say that no two people are the same. Sometimes somebody can give you, people who give the best relationship advice are they themselves having problems in their relationships. They might not even be married. And they might even be gone through a painful divorce and they are pretending they are fine. So you only take parts and pieces, then try to fit it into your situation so that you can get the best out of it. At the end of the day, we want say someone penny in that so, but we only pay there. No matter the situation, there will be brighter days. So you just have to tell yourself that one, psych yourself up, and try to get out before it becomes an albatross around your neck. So for me, appreciate yourself, so that I wouldn't say baby. I mean, if a man has the guts, then there's the petulance to even tell you that I'm going to take another woman near there. Sometimes there are signs of failure on you, the woman's part. Because confidence on the car crown. Why? Sometimes not to say that.
No disrespect.
Yeah, guts ben on yai. I don't know. Shaz one couch say me dey me war 2 3 until me found kwanu kophobia kan. But after some time, you say me nya we yenti.
Sometimes no. NBA and education counts because it's the way you were brought up, or it's your character. It's your character. Until
show me your friend, and
I'll show you who you are.
I agree, but with this one, I'm picking another person, and I miss me being I think that the pride of a woman is saying that this is my husband, and since I live with my husband, I've not been sleeping on. Those are words a woman should bear. You shouldn't be like, since maybe the other guys be die matrimonial bed, so and I say, what does that make you a catasia? What you call a catasia? Your pride should lie in when you're talking. You talk with pride, but I say you could be near can say, and WORCESTER MA dear, must say you more idiom. How will you be confident to speak? You just bow your head or you pretend that immediate. You see, you should prevent those things. And yeah, easy. Papa no doing just move on. But have your sanity. If I'm say Chroma say our job and search for happiness and stress here. It's a relationship so stressful then you are doomed. You best stress papa. This heart pressure is coming from those things because I know a fast-paced world. We get money, but the spending too is high. Exactly. So if you don't make money in the 2 months, you will struggle. That's what I tell people back home. What a little room I say, what call Ghana, you are paying like 40 million every month for a single small room. But to make 40 million too, it takes just a week or some 2-3 days to make that 40 million. It's assuming you don't make that 40 million in those 2-3 days, you are doomed. So your job and money is stressing you. So your relationship should relax you. It should be your concert partner. It should be your friend. It should be everything. I should be able to call a phone. Tell me, so Roy, I'm I say me post they. But people don't even have conversations. They can't even have when they are left alone. If you have 3 days for they've not spoken, it's not easy.
And when you make yourself a womanizer or you make yourself a cheater, you have a lot of work.
And sometimes I wonder how people are able to cheat abroad.
Because like you always you are stressing your own self.
People don't have a lot of time. Say Ghana, you have a lot of ample time. They pay a salary, so we work on but you have to work to be paid. So what's your broche now will pay it normally doesn't end well. Maybe 1 or 2 are smart, they take the money from the women and they begin to do containers and properties and go out. But 99% of the time you have to invest your money, your time, your life. And friends don't even support it. And that's wayward attitude, abroaching could be unsupported. If you have decent friends, they wouldn't almost resources say, you don't have time. So if you agree that you're not Chikroma now, but be a different woman, I think it is disgusting, for lack of a better word. I know a guy, but the truth is that Ghana is allowed, but Chroma dear, maintain a handshake, but a crime who not dear. Friends will even laugh at you. Near share not we are next weekend, do the Bible for abroad. Obi, now I am a friend.
They talk about him, they go like, hey.
The
mistake that person did was he didn't tell the friends that this is my woman. Or
of course, that's what they do.
Oh, this is my friend. So when they were talking, they never knew. Said there's something going on between
the two of them.
Or hey, where is so dear? They be a strong your neighbor. And I know so who back could be on any buy. And I way so dear. Like so if you are true one, it follows you wherever you go, whatever. Sometimes you wake up, you don't even feel happy for yourself because that particular time now will pay we control actually one kasa wo ho ne wonyankopon ni saa oba no and na wo oba no so no that particular time now will pay we control actually wo kunu actually one kasa wo ho ne wonyankopon. So what goes it hovers around you.
Yeah, why go through all that stress? Why go through all that one? You. I mean,
anyways, let's go to the last one and then we end up.
Oh, I thought we were through.
We're through, right?
Yes.
So we talk about the woman and then we talk about the man. So we bring our curtains down and then we come next week.
Yeah, next week.
And continue with the rest. So, like we said, our listeners, our viewers, we thank you for the comment, especially Jokonzi from Kada. You brought a lot of comments, which we appreciate. So love, share, and then bring more next time. Thank you all for joining us for this, our conversation or the topic we brought and how we were able to tackle it to this level. Thank you very much, El Manocho, for coming. And I will say a very thank you to my CEO, Noah Opoku Jemfi, who has been our producer and who has been behind the curtain. Thank you very, very much. Thank you, and we appreciate your time. This is Unity Radio Worcester MA, and this is Lovers Quiet Night with your one and only Her Majesty, the Empress, Royal Babe Queen 1, Onapo, Sizeless, the Blessed Queen, and Manager said the Queen amongst the Queen.
Yeah.
The best of the best.
Yes.
What take over? Many bad family woman. I'm a fair fake. What I've been watching. I thought 1 hour. 1 on. Yeah, do be biasi. I mean, ancient be. Can you tell them thank you in Chinese?
Shasheni. Yadabasi pele pale. Yadabasi pele pale. Shasheni. Shaga Sinchi wa menlai. Wagen ni menjanwa. Ni trama. Tata.
Where they just a woo. The man of many languages. That's my family for you.
Your family cookie space. So open or don't income baby at your idea. Royal Baby Queen 1. Our Unity Radio 103.9.
Baby, I'm longing to dance your sweet, sweet loving. I wanna feel your heartbeat next to mine. Come on to me and let me whisper sweet, sweet loving words into your ear. Never when you're so but I out to you, Sana, me say.